Hey guys, so I'm here with another Star Stable video, and I'm going to talk about the new things that they have added to the game since last video, which it's been like a month now, so there's been a lot of new things added, so I'm really excited. This is what my character is wearing today. So one of the biggest things Star Stable added this week, this week Wednesday update, is new sound effects for the horses. And this was pretty shocking to me because I didn't even know they were gonna do that. I mean, it's not really, I don't know. It was so unexpected. I was not expecting it. So the horses have new sound effects. So right now, my game audio is only sound effects you can hear because I want you guys to be able to hear these new sound effects clearly. And the game recording clip, whatever you want to call it, will be louder than usual for this first part that I talked about. But later on in the video, I will turn it down. So I find that the sound effects work best on the North Swedish horse or other newer horses like the Lusitanos. Seems like Star Stable put their efforts into those horses, which makes sense because they're newer and everybody loves these horses. So just hear that noise that my character made? Yeah, you'll hear it a few times. It's a little clicking noise. My character makes that noise, not the horse. They only pretty much changed the footsteps of the horses in terms of sound effects in the games. I haven't really heard any other new sound effects. Yeah, but can you hear that? Like, it's so realistic. And then like it changes based on what ground you're using. So we go to this bridge. Okay, well that bridge pretty much just remained the same because it's all rocks. But yeah, it depends on what type of ground you're on. If you're on dirt, it will sound different. If you're on grass, if you're on rocks, let's go to this dock here. Like it actually sounds like you're walking on a dock, which is good because that's what it's supposed to sound like. I do kind of miss the old running sounds because they were louder. So like you could hear them. With these sound effects, I feel like you can't really hear them. Like when you have the music and the ambiance volume up, then you can't really hear these footsteps. But if we go to the grass, this is more like dirt. And then like the North Swedish horse has that, like if you do, you can just hear that stomp, which is so cool. I think it's cool. I need a place that has just grass. Whoa. Wait a minute. What the heck? That's a new sound effect. What is going on down? I'm assuming down there, because that definitely looks like a trapdoor to underground. Jeez. That is new. I've never gone by that before because, I mean, honestly, who would? I mean, it's nothing to do with those iron doors in the ground. I wish the story quest would explain what the heck those are. I don't know what Star Stable is. Maybe they're like the portals to Pandoria. No, I don't know. But anyways, let's get back to the horse footsteps. So apparently Hollowwoods doesn't really have just plain grass, so we'll have to go to Silverglade for the grass sounds. By the way, I don't really like that clicking sound our character makes, like that sound, because to me, it sounds like my horse is walking on slime, or like something that, like when you squish it, it like makes like that popping sound, or like someone like popping a bubble of gum, you know, like it. Yeah, I just don't like it. So I kind of hope they change it, or at least or take it out. Some people were saying they used to have this clicking sound in the game, but not for as long as not since I've played this game. They never had this sound before, so for me at least. Another really cool thing is you can actually hear rocks falling when you're on a hill. See if I can get it to work. Then your horse actually makes like a sliding sound when it's slide. Oh, I heard. And now you go on the grass. And you can see it's just silent, pretty much. Which makes sense, because grass doesn't, when you walk on grass, it doesn't make that much noise. Personally, I like these new sound effects. It's just I wish they were louder. Like I said, when you put the music on and the ambiance on, you can barely hear them. My favorite sound effect when I went around exploring every area to check out hear all the sound effects, my favorite one was the not the GED, the Dark Core oil rig, because that one actually has a really unique sound that like echoes. So if you're able to go to the oil rig, listen, like turn off your music and your ambiance and just listen to the footsteps, because it's really cool. And then my character, when you push the back button, she makes that sound. And every time you push the 4 button is what makes her do that clicking sound. I just find like that sound, I just kind of hate that sound. Like, it's one of those sounds that kind of just grosses me out, I guess. I don't know what you'd call it, but yeah, but this update is pretty, I would say the sound effects are pretty cool, and there was so funny, on Wednesday when I logged on, there were a bunch of people just in the chat having a conversation about the sound effects. Just me and a girl and a player on here were talking about the new sound effects. So she was pretty excited about them, and then we were trying them out on different horses. Each horse, it actually is pretty cool, because each horse seems to have a slight different sound, which makes sense because most of the horses have a different run than each other. But like even like the Shires, like they have a heavier, deeper sound, which is cool because that makes sense because they're big horses, so they're gonna be heavier. Then the ponies and halflingers, they have a much lighter, quieter sound. Connemara's, all the other horses are pretty neutral and normal. I don't know, you guys just have to go test it out for yourself and just turn off your music, turn off your ambient sound, and just listen to the sound effects. You can also hear other people's horses, obviously, just like you could before. But there's not many people on the game right now. I'm on a little bit early, and I just woke up, so sorry if I'm a bit quieter in this video. But yeah, the North Swedish horse is probably the best one, I think, that has the loudest sound effects. And then the North Swedish horse has that stomp, which the other horses just don't have that stomp. So yeah, these sound effects, pretty cool, I would say. I think I like them. Your person does not make sound effects, unfortunately. Person is still quiet. Um, one thing another thing that I don't really like is the rattling of the equipment. I know it's like realistic and everything, but again, it's just one of those sounds that it's not exactly pleasant to listen to, at least for me. So I would love them to like quiet down the equipment a little bit and turn up the volume of the footsteps, because the thing about the old footstep sounds is that they were loud, so you could hear them over the music and the ambiance even, or you could at least hear them. Like, we turn on the music. Hope that's not too loud for you guys, but if you have like the music on full blast and everything, which I don't have the music on full blast, but like if you do have it on full blast, you can barely hear these footsteps. Unless you have like really good earbuds. So yeah, I'd recommend they do that. They change it a little bit, because, and then the rattling of the equipment, while yes, I know it's realistic, it's just kind of not nice to listen to, in my opinion. And the horses did used to have a little bit of rattling to their equipment, but not this much. And yeah, and when you jump, it makes a... You guys probably can't hear that. But anyways, that is the new sound effects. So I have a lot to talk about in this video, so we're going to move on to that. Just go test it out for yourself, I recommend, and you can listen. And if you turn off your music and ambiance, just listen to sound effects for a while. It's kind of weird. So now I'm going to head up to a different area to check out the other new things that are around. So I'll be right back. Okay, so another thing Star Stable has added is a new horse breed called the Lusitano. Pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. That's how it's spelled. But this horse is beautiful. I honestly wish I could get one. I'm hoping to get one sometime this week. This weekend Star Stable is having a double star coins weekend, so hopefully I can buy some star coins and get this horse. I'm so excited. I already have a name picked out, of course. I always do before I get the horses, because I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time while buying the horse looking through the names, because it's just so much easier to look it up, all the name choices online, which is what I do, whereas instead of having those little tiny box. They have 3 colors in game. So here's a dark bay, as they called it. I really like this one too. This one's really nice and pretty, and I don't really have many brown and I don't really have many horses this color. My stable is very like cream colored or palomino colored. I mean, it's just so, there's just so many horses that I have with this color coat. But I'm gonna get the white one because I don't know, it's just so pretty, and she like practically glows. And it's just so pretty. It's such a pretty horse. Everyone kind of has the white one. Some people do have the dark bay. Some people do have the other one, which is in Fort Pinta, which I'll head there right now. But a lot of people have the white one, which is understandable. The white one is just so pretty. And they have a new special move where if you push space while standing still, they'll do like a little trot. I don't know. They have a specific name for it, but I don't know how to pronounce the name, so I'm not even gonna try. Um, but the other one is this one, which is my least favorite out of the three that are in the game. There is one more, but it's not. I'll explain it later. This one is my least favorite. I mean, it's nice and everything, but I feel like the color of this brown just makes it look, the markings look really weird. And while yes, the Lusitanos have those all the other Lusitanos have those markings, this color, like, it looks like it's a skeleton, in my opinion. So I just really don't like this color very much. But you know, it's your opinion. I've seen quite a few people riding this horse. This one's in Fort Pinta. Um, This one's in Fort Pinta because they do that thing whenever they release a new horse breed. They put one of the colors in Fort Pinta so people from level 1 can buy it. Even free riders could buy it. But it looks like that's not anymore because it says level 7. So I don't know why it's still in Fort Pinta. They should be moving it soon. What was going on there? Totally saw a pony like kick up her leg. Oh, and there's the fourth color, the gray one, which I think this is a nice color. This would probably be my third. Like after, if I were to get the white, after the white I would get the dark bay, and then I would get the gray one. That would be the order that I would get these horses, but I'm gonna get just the white one. But aren't these Lusitanos just so pretty? I mean, seriously, I'm just so excited to have one. Which, while we're here in Fort Pinta, I can show you the next new thing. And no, it's not another JoJo thing. Thank goodness. I'm so over it. But we go into the pet store. There's 2 new pets that I have to show off. So we got these cute new doggies. They're terriers. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be Yorkshire terriers. That's what they look like. But look at them. They're adorable. And they run alongside your horse. And like I've seen some other people's puppies. I like this one. This one's my favorite. Just the colors and everything. I really like that one. I've seen other people's and like they actually stick out their tongue. It's so adorable. I wish I could afford one. Well, I can, but I'm saving up for the Lusitano. Once I get the Lusitano, then I'll buy the puppy. And obviously I'll make a video showing you guys all that. But yeah, they're so expensive. $3.99, which is actually more expensive than some of the horses in this game. Like if you go to the horse market, some of the horses there only cost $300. So we officially have a pet in this. Well, the foxes were the first one to get that honor. Seriously, I spent 450 star coins on Misty here, this fox, which is again more expensive than some of the horses in this game. I'm just like, how can you justify making a pet, you know, more expensive than a horse? Like a dog, yes, I guess Star Stable's trying to go for realism. Oh boy, I hope I make the ferry in time. Yes. Oh, I made it just in time. That was close. But yeah, I understand the game. I mean, look, I know pets like dogs and cats in real life, they cost around $300 when you adopt, but this is not real life. This is a game, you know. Horses cost way more than what they charge in this game. So I'm just like, it's just, there's no reason for them to make the pets so expensive, the running pets. You know, you can get a dog, the regular dogs still, but they're not as textured. They don't look as realistic, and I mean, they are cheaper, but they also don't run alongside you, and everyone loves the running pets. I do. I really do love the running pets. Oops, sorry, I just bumped my mic. If you heard that, I'm sorry. I love the running pets. on, let me get Misty working. It glitches whenever you have a running pet on a horse that stays in your stable, and then you switch between, like you switch from a different horse to that horse that has the running pet, the game glitches. So it's, there we go. It's super annoying. So then the other pet I have to show off, there's another new running pet. Again, this one doesn't cost as much as the dogs, but it's still really expensive. I wish Star Stable could just make these running pets be cheaper. Make them be like the normal, like at least somewhere like 100 star coins is plenty. That's fine, but not. This next one is almost 250, which again I just feel like is so expensive and just not really worth it. I mean, I'd rather spend those star coins on a horse than running pet. Well, yes, the running pets are cute and they make noises and run. It's just not really worth it to me. They don't do anything for you. Oh, I totally went to the wrong spot. Whoops, I keep thinking for some reason it's a squirrel. The squirrels are another new running pet, which they already have running squirrels for some people. I have 2 running squirrels already, not these new ones. I got a free one back when Star Stable introduced the first running pet, which was the squirrel. And personally, I like my squirrel better than these new ones. Like, I feel like the colors are much better. I feel bad for anyone who does like the other running squirrels, the free ones, because they can't get those ones anymore. The code is not valid anymore. I also have the same running squirrel as the free one, just with like a Christmas sweater. Oh, there they are. But you can see these are the new squirrels. And while yes, they have more detail to them, they're like the same as the other squirrel that I have. And they cost $2.49 each. The one that I like the most is the golden leaf one. If I was gonna get one, I would get that one. What I do like is having this pet shop outside, because then you can actually look at them. The dogs, you can't look at them before you buy. Like, you can't see what they look like in your saddle bay before you buy, which again, another annoyance. But yeah, they're cute and stuff, and they're realistic. They got like fur details, which is more than the other running squirrel, but they're just not really worth it. I mean, I already have 2, and the 2 that I have, they do all the same things as those ones over there, so I'm just really not gonna waste my star coins on getting another squirrel, maybe in the future, but right now I'm just gonna focus on getting a dog and horses. I mean, now I need to head up to Greendale because they actually added the running squirrels into the wilderness, which is really nice. I'm glad Star Stable is starting to add more animals to the game because it was desperately needed. It's desperately needed to have more wildlife in this game. They have the bunnies and they have the sheep, the cows. Now they have birds in the game, which they didn't always have birds and butterflies and stuff. But here, look at, and then they run off as you get close to them, which is adorable. I love them. Okay, and now I should talk about the final thing. At least I think what is the final thing I have to talk about. Star Stable added a new game mode, you could call it. So I'm gonna show you guys what that is. If you push the O key on your keyboard, or you can also click this button up here, but it's easier to do the O key, and I'll show you why. So I'm gonna do a cool little thing here. I'm gonna go into Old Storm Garden and jump, then I push O, we now have a photo mode, which I have been playing around with so much, especially the first day that it came out. It is just so cool. I love it. So you can do different effects, depth of field, which makes the background blurry, and wherever you click, that's where it focuses the lens. So you can make your horse stand out, you can make the background stand out, you know, stuff like that. Obviously you can change the brightness, you can change, you know, all these things, contrast. It's just like a photo editing app. I like playing around with the saturation because I love vibrancy. Like that is my favorite thing, is when a photo is very vibrant. If you hear meowing, obviously that's my cat. He's being ornery right now, being annoying. And they have this vignette, is that how you pronounce it? Which is like the circular dark corners, or sometimes they're white corners. Field of view, so you can zoom in, zoom out, but you can also, they have instructions right here, by scrolling with the mouse wheel you can zoom in. The field of view is just kind of like, it looks really weird right now. And then you can obviously rotate, you can pan, which is pretty cool. Then they have filters. My favorite is Dream, this filter. I've used it so many times. They have all these different filters, which is really cool. I don't even know how they implement this type of thing into this game. Which I'm sure some of you are wondering, well, what happens when, like, if it's a multiplayer game, you know, since it's a multiplayer game, what happens when someone's in photo mode? Basically, they'll just freeze, and sometimes you'll see people like standing on top of like a show jumping hurdle and just not moving. That means they're taking a photo while in midair. So it is a little weird, but I understand why, because we're frozen here, so you know, it's pretty weird. Then you can put the logo on your photo if you want to make like a wallpaper. I don't use the logo too often, but it's really nice to have. Then if you have like a filter on here, you can increase how much of the filter is. Then my favorite part is the time of day change. Like, this is just so awesome, because whenever I wanted to take a photo, like with the stars, I had to log on to the game at like 10 o'clock at night, which is pretty late to be playing this game. But yeah, like you could make it, this is my favorite time of night because it's pink and pretty, and just, this is around 9 o'clock Central Time. The game, the server is in Eastern Time technically, like according to the Silver Glade clock and the server time, but it's really hard to tell, but yeah. But yeah, this photo mode is just the coolest. I love it. And then once you have a picture, you just click this big giant button, and you can also choose this to look at the pictures you've taken, but be aware that if you don't have your game, if you have your game in full screen, this opens up the folder on your desktop. So just be mindful of that. You know, if you don't want to run your game while running your files, then don't click on this. Like, log off the game, and then you can look at the photos, which it will be in a folder in your pictures folder called Star Stable Online Screenshots, Pictures, something. You'll see it there. But yeah, I think that's everything that I have to talk about today. I can't really think of anything else. They did release new story quest, but I already completed it. And I'm sure some of you wonder, like, why don't you complete the quest on camera? Well, I'm so far in the game, and since I very rarely have quests, I just like to do them right away. Gosh, don't tell me I'm stuck. What? Thank you. I just like to do them right away when they come out, because I just get so excited when there is a new story quest. Plus, there's a lot of reading. Not that I'm not saying I don't read them, but I would have to read them to you guys, and I'm just not good at reading out loud, especially when it comes to like character dialogue. It would just be difficult because I would like, I don't know, it's just, I tried filming a quest once before, never uploaded the video because I don't know, it felt really weird and I just didn't like it. But maybe in the future I'll think about filming whenever a new quest comes out, which won't be for a while now, I presume. I tell you, you know, finishing the game is an accomplishment, but also it gets really boring. I'm level 20 right now, so I've completed all the major story quests. I have nothing left, and it took me about 6 months, I would say, to get to level 20. So, I mean, if that's any, if that tells you how often Star Stable adds story quests, yeah, it's, or at least quests that give you character experience points. They don't give you character experience points, and it really sucks, and I still have to make my way to level 21, which will take forever, but I'm not going to go into that right now. So I think that's all I need to talk about in this video. Why did you die there? That wasn't even that high of a height. I think that's all I really need to talk about right now. I can't really think of anything else. I don't know, maybe I'm blanking, but I don't think there's anything else to talk about. So yeah, I just go out and check out the sound effects for yourself. Check out new things, and I will see you guys in the next video.